Okay.
Trapaholics mixtapes. Real trap shit.
DJ motherfucking Rail.
Acting like you want some, just cause you fucked up, but now you want her partner. Papa Dose and call him Ari Pasta. Prada, fluid, you should see my closet. Crocodile, alligator, chinchilla, and ostrich. I don't need no bank cards, I only make deposits. $40,000 all in hundreds, fuck a wallet. I didn't go to college, but my money got a lot. I wish that Gucci let me make a profit. No, I will not do it, but that is not an option. Wish that Gucci let me make a profit. No, I will not do it, but that is not an option. Dually truck mounted up, you know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. I'm a truck mounted up, you know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. Old school's mounted up, you know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. You know how he hold it. Fit all set so, you know how he holds it. You know how he holds it. You know how he holds it. Homie wanna be me. You know how these niggas is. This hoe wanna fuck me. You know how these bitches is. 64-inch waist, that's how big my britches is. 22 self-50 flipping, that's how much these chickens is. Growed up in apartments, I didn't have a picket fence. I didn't have a backyard, now I got a Jaguar. I am a celebrity, but I don't want no caviar. Can I get some hot ones? 100 piece for all of us. Shout it running through the crew. She down there fuck all of us. All of us not ballers, baby. To me, you just on the floor. Toss you up. Bossed up, Viper truck, drop top, Viper rally, striping by me 2 of them.
Dually truck mounted up, you know how these hoes be. Big Cat.
Yo.
You know how these hoes be.
I don't know how the hoes because I'm muted.
I'm muted. Hey, look,
quiet.
man.
It's real quiet for me.
We are back, brother.
We back, baby.
You know, this is Patreon episode 20.
Yeah.
I am actively not paying too much attention because I'm getting together the links for the tour.
For the tour. Working while working, huh?
Oh, we working while we working because the tickets for the tour are now live.
They live now?
Yeah. Now, if you're watching this, you a cousin.
Yeah.
So you should have already grabbed your tickets with that pre-sale.
Yeah,
a lot of people converted.
Yeah.
We had a lot of cousins come on over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to get them tickets early.
Yeah.
Meet and greet early.
I know somebody come from California to Raleigh.
They could have just waited with me and Cali, but I appreciate the love and enthusiasm.
They coming.
Yeah, they pulling up, man.
Pulling up.
We got Raleigh, March 22nd.
Yeah.
Good Nights Comedy Club.
Yeah. First show. North Carolina.
Hey, I'm going back home with it, man. I'm going home with it, man. That's where my adoption records is in Raleigh.
Man, I think we had the adoption records on stage.
We're going to bring them out. We're going to bring the records out. We're going to put it up on the big screen.
Up on the big screen. This is what's happening.
These the bitches that gave me up.
Yeah, these are the people right here, son.
Stardome, Birmingham, Alabama, April 1st.
That's the second show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third show, Jacksonville, Florida, Comedy Zone, April 7th.
Yeah.
Comedy Zone, Charlotte, North Carolina, April 14th.
Back to North Carolina.
And then we're going to end it out in Music City.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Zany's Comedy Club, Nashville, Tennessee, April 28th. You can get all those tickets on DeontayKyle.com/tour or just go to DeontayKyle.com and hit the tab that says tour.
I wish we would have had 2 more cities on there.
Yeah, you know.
I wish we would have had New Orleans, and I wish we would have had Memphis.
Yeah, but that's, but when we do our Texarkana run.
Yeah.
That's what that is, because we already said we want. We're gonna go from New Orleans to Jackson to Memphis.
Are we going back to Jackson?
Yeah, we're going back to
Okay.
Jackson.
All
Yeah,
right.
I already got the people out there, like with the good venue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
yeah.
Can we do that Johnny T's?
Hell no. Can't got no fucking Johnny T. Nigga, we ain't prime.
They got a whole like ballroom upstairs.
Nah, man. Bro, it was like 150 people at our first show, man.
It was.
We can't squeeze out.
Can't squeeze up people. Yeah.
And then, bro, you got to think a lot of them folks didn't even know who the fuck we was when we pulled up.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
It was just like, oh, it's something going on.
Yeah, something going on. We pulling up.
We pulling up.
Yeah.
Shit, the nigga did the knowledge that night. I was preaching like a motherfucker.
Oh, they got some shit in Jackson shit. We pulling up.
Yeah, we pulling up. So goddamn, we gonna 100% go back to Jackson, but we gonna work it like a circuit.
Yeah, yeah.
So we might start the next tour in New Orleans.
Okay.
And then go Jackson, Memphis, and then Little Rock, and then work our way to Oklahoma. Then work our way to Dallas.
And then Houston. We gotta go Houston.
Yeah, we're gonna end it in Houston because we might stay there a few days.
We gotta stay. We can't. If it's on a Sunday, we can't leave.
First of all, nigga, if it's on a Monday, I don't give a fuck what day it is.
We can't leave.
Making a stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? Go pull up on Ali Sadiq.
Yeah, for
show
sure.
him some love, and then Houston. We love Houston, man. Houston's a great city.
Great city.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm very excited. First tour, we got, of course, this show in Minneapolis on the 28th. We still coming. You know
still coming, man.
We still pulling up. We're going to have security with us.
Yeah.
We're going to have armed security with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get ready to take a life. They not going to touch the grits and eggs, niggas.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not going down like that, son.
I'm going to be eating continental breakfast, so
Yeah, man. I'm just going from the hotel to the venue back to the hotel. We're not doing a whole bunch of hoopla.
I'm not being on the front lines.
And two, the way that this shit escalating, a lot of people is wanting these niggas done for. Like, they want these niggas out. They just arrested nigga Don Lemon.
Yeah, they just
it
let him
wasn't
out.
just Don Lemon.
They just let him out.
Oh, they let him out?
They released him on no bail.
So they
released on no bail.
So then that mean he was taken in on no charges.
But the next court date is February 9th.
But on what charges, though? It don't make sense. How you release a nigga on no bail and he ain't got no charges?
I don't know.
So among Don Lemon, there was Traherne Jean Cruz, Georgia Fort, and Jamel Lydell Lundy also were arrested. As journalists, as people who are exercising their First Amendment right, freedom of press, to be arrested on what charges, for one? Because did they even say what charges they arrested them for?
No.
And to release them on no bail just means that they are trying to scare and strike fear into journalists. I find it rather not even alarming, just funny that all the journalists are black.
Exactly. Not only that, they had a warrant for Fulton County's voting.
So that was another thing that happened today. Let's look up that because we got to be direct
from
about
2020. That. They're looking up
Fulton County election.
Yeah, everything is a scare tactic, man. They're just trying to scare you so you don't go vote.
So FBI to seize all 2020 election ballots records after raid in Fulton County's election hub. Now, all of this is scare tactics. All of these are scare tactics targeted specifically at black people.
Yeah.
This is, go back into voting insurrection acts, and black people they always try to suppress our right to vote and our access to voting because honestly, we are, like I said before, we are always going to lead the charge in being the voice that is in rebellion to this establishment, the voice that is going to expose the establishment. Don Lemon is now an independent journalist.
Yes, he is.
But he is a tenured professional, top of the line journalist.
Except for New Year's.
Except when you catch him on New Year's, then he just done.
Then he's done, baby.
Donnie.
Lemon drop.
Yeah, lemon drop Don, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the ball drop, lemon drop. You know what I'm saying? Lemon drop Don.
Yeah.
He get active, you know what I'm saying?
He do.
But I was like the video, Shawty had the microphone
upside down.
I said, Don fucked up. But this is the thing, though. Nigga fuck with that, though. Nigga like that.
Niggas
yeah,
like that.
Don get fucked up, man.
It's New Year's Eve. Everybody fucked up.
Man.
Yeah, everybody
fucked
up. Everybody drunk.
You out here with the folks.
Yeah.
But he is a consummate professional. He's at the top of his class. So, for him to be arrested and detained for exercising his right, First Amendment right, and the right of the freedom of press is peculiar. But the fact that all of the journalists arrested were black is also peculiar because they fear our voices and they fear our truth and the fact that we are fearless in how we go about getting that truth. So we, like I said, we ain't on the front lines, but we present in other ways.
Yeah. They scared of that November, that midterm.
They scared of that midterm, and they trying to, and if you notice, Minnesota is a blue state.
It is.
Georgia is one of the swing states.
It's a swing state.
But Atlanta and surrounding areas are mostly blue. And I think that they're going to start to notice a lot of other places are going to start becoming blue too that were typically red. Yeah. Maybe not entire states, but Georgia is very important to them.
For sure.
And because of the dense population of black people in Georgia, they also understand 92, 80%. You know, this is probably going to be a landslide in voting against him. But the metro area is surrounded with black, Hispanic people. And also, here's another thing, too. At this point, you know, it is what it is. You know, people that are like, you know, I regret my vote, well, prove it.
There you go.
You regret the vote, then change the vote and go the other way with it. This is finna be a big one.
Man, listen, we need to be outside like we was for Obama. When my first time I could vote, I stood in line for 3 hours, bro.
Hey, man.
The first time I could ever vote in my life was for Obama. I was in college. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I had to stand outside 3 hours, bro. But it was worth it, though. I enjoyed it. And then he won. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you felt like you made a difference.
Felt like I made a difference, yeah.
They're definitely trying to rig this election, which is highly illegal, but I think my thing is who enforces the laws when the people who make the laws and at the top of our power structure are breaking the laws. Who enforces the law? Is it the UN? You know what I'm saying? Is it it ain't none of that going on.
No.
So if they do decide to rig the election, you know, I think that there needs to be some talks around how we're going to approach this election too.
Yeah.
Because of course, like, we need to go out there and vote. But I think this time more than any time is, you know, for people who feel like your vote don't matter, people who feel like or they don't care about politics. You see what can happen. I've never been a whole vote or die ass nigga.
No, me neither.
But I've also always exercised my right to vote because I understand that if they was willing to kill people to stop them from voting, then it got to matter for something.
Exactly.
It's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
But and then also I always encourage people again to get involved in your local elections. I was down now. I went to the elementary school. I always tap in with the local elections. I ain't as tapped in as I want to be with like City Hall and stuff like that, but it's also like a very small city. Yeah. You know what I mean? There ain't a lot going on. A lot going on in the RICA.
In the RICA.
Yeah, but I just thought that to be odd that they would arrest Don Lemon of all people. But I think like you got to think about optics and signaling. Like, who are they trying to signal to? Yeah. And who are they trying to silence? And if anything, this does nothing but activate black voices.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because now this is also funny. The day that we say we doing the national shutdown, they also arrest Don Lemon too. Yeah. Which in essence forces us to be on social media. But I think social media at this point is more about engaging in news, and this is where we're gonna get our news. Yeah. Even if they try to control it, they don't 100% have control over it. So it's you know, scary hours, man. It's getting spooky out there.
Spooky hours, baby.
It's spooky. We don't have Big Cat for long today.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got a hot date.
Yeah. Big Cat's got a date.
Yeah.
He got to cut out. I've been cleaning the house all day. I got some new furniture. Shout out to Wayfair. Yeah. Give me a little credit. So
good couch.
Yeah, new couch. Boneless couch.
Boneless. Got the boneless joint.
I went boneless. That bit huge though.
Yeah, that bitch it's a nice size couch.
Yeah, man. Nigga finna take some good naps on that couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on the other joint to come through, man, too. You know what I'm saying?
You got 2 couches?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm changing that whole room up because whenever we do move, I want I want everything to be in place.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in that I'm a hire some movers age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at a spot myself.
I'm a hire some movers.
Yeah.
As you should, King.
Yeah.
As you should, King.
Looking at a spot
nice
myself.
2-bedroom.
Yeah, I'm looking at a spot myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it west. I ain't going. I'm gonna keep it.
You gonna stay here?
I'm gonna keep it west.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it west.
I was either thinking, if I don't stay here, I'm definitely going to Chattahoochee Hill, that area, South Fulton.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. It's still over this side, but it's not. But it's a lot closer to what we. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot closer to. Goddamn, it's a lot closer. Goddamn. 20 be beating a nigga up.
20. But I ain't gonna lie, all the miles on my car cap my 20.
I-20. All them goddamn miles.
Beat that motherfucker up.
Goddamn.
Beat that motherfucker down. Man. I ain't gonna lie. We need some type of rebate. You know what I'm saying? An interstate rebate. Need something. But I mean, how you been? Everything been good?
Everything's been good, man. Y'all know what to do. Every Monday, New Music Mondays, y'all know what to do.
You do know what to do.
All right.
You know what to do.
All the cousins, go check it out, man. We got a lot of cousins. They got new cousins.
Yeah, it's important for y'all to tap in.
Oh. It's important for y'all to tap in New Music Mondays, man. Get those views up, man.
Damn,
Let's go 10K. 10K views.
It's important for y'all to tap in with the New Music Monday. I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Why?
Because if you want black people to reclaim black culture, especially in the hip hop space, we are doing it.
We are doing it.
Not only are we giving opportunities to be heard to like unsigned artists, independent artists, people who don't necessarily have a platform but want their music heard, we also are introducing y'all to some hot buzzing artists.
Mm-hmm.
And we bringing Rap City back with the rap session.
Yeah.
The rap session is bringing Rap City back.
Yeah.
We got that boy Nando STL coming out next week.
Cold,
nigga.
Cold.
Bro. He's so hard, bro.
Christ.
Bro, he's out of there. And then we got a young nigga, Worldwide Eli. That can also go to show you. If you submit that music and that shit slapping, you could just pull up.
You can pull up and just chill.
Because we ain't doing our interview or nothing with him.
No, he just pulled up.
But he definitely got them bars off.
And he was on the show.
And he was on the show.
He was on the show for a little
bit. He came and spoke for a little bit. He was comfortable.
Yeah.
He was ready for that. I had to kick the nigga out my seat.
Nando's homeboy.
Yeah, Nando homeboy.
Submitted a song on the spot.
On the spot and his shit.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
New metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas doing new metal is crazy.
Yeah.
But also, make sure y'all are tapping in on those Saturday guest episodes.
For sure.
I feel like I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting in my interview bag. We have great guests.
No, you're doing good.
Big Bank Black was today. You know, the next guest, I believe, is Dr. Taylor.
Bank was today?
Bank was today.
I thought it was tomorrow. Saturday.
It'll be Saturday when this come out, Big Cat.
When this come out.
Yeah. So when they listen to this.
It'll be today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
all
thinking
good.
about today.
I mean, it actually is out today, though, the audio. So,
The audio is out today.
Audio is
I'm
out Friday.
okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a visual nigga. I don't,
You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that because,
Yeah, okay,
you're
well,
breaking the fourth
well,
wall, nigga.
Well, goddamn it.
No, I mean,
goddamn it.
It's out now.
You see it tomorrow, yeah.
It's out now.
It's out now.
This is coming out after that one drops. So go watch that one. And then come watch this. And if you watching this and you ain't watched that, go back and watch that.
Yeah.
We gotta tap in. I'm expressing, what my goal and my mantra is the diversity of black thought. Big Bank is not somebody who does interviews, for one.
Yeah.
And then for two, nigga is a staple in Atlanta, bro.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
The Godfather.
Godfather. He don't like that shit, though.
Nah, but he's earned it. He's earned it.
I mean, he's a mediator, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
If you got a problem,
Big Bank.
go holler at Bank.
Yeah.
You want to get up out of here?
Yeah, I think it's time.
It's time.
I gotta hit west.
Oh,
I gotta hit east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do a little music break.
Y'all know I love y'all.
Yeah, Big Cat he.
Y'all know I love y'all, man.
Hold on, let me see. What I want to do for the music break. Okay, well, a blast back to the past of the first, I would say, 10, 12 episodes where it's just me in a room sitting by myself talking to y'all. So, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot by myself. about purpose and how oftentimes purpose is built through pain. So I think about everything that I went through to be where I am, and how it's almost like everything had to happen the way that it did for me to be who I am, so I could show up in this moment, not only for myself but for y'all. So we start with being given away at birth and having no knowledge of that, but having that innate knowing that I was different from the people I was being raised by, even though I was raised in love and turmoil. You know, I was raised by people who was doing the best they could. And my auntie told me a funny story the other day. So I was on the phone. I've kind of reconnected with some of my family that I had fallen out with. It's not super close, but it's cool. It's cordial. It's love. I don't think it ever will be what it was, especially growing up, but it's getting better. So my auntie was telling me about some of the miscarriages my mom had, and how she was just determined to have a son, and she was going to name that son Deontay. And so, she had a stillbirth and a few miscarriages with boys, and these boys was going to be named Deontay. And she was like, man, when she got you, it was such a blessing for her, especially to get you like fresh out the womb. You was 2 days old. You were her baby, you know what I mean? So I meant a lot to her. It was like a blessing for her. And then I think about how the world know this name that she was determined to name her son. And I think about how, had that not happened, I would have never grown up with this innate, trust and pattern recognition. And, trauma can do some funny things to you, but more than anything, it make you a little hypervigilant. It can also make you extremely rebellious. And so that rebelliousness and that hypervigilance and my ability to notice things that maybe everybody else isn't noticing, also cultivated in how I was reared, and also like a lot of pushback I got out of life. Like, just motherfuckers want me to shut the fuck up. Like, people always wanted me to shut the fuck up. And I was determined to talk. And, I think about when I was 18, I was in the bookstore and I had like on an all black Dickie fit. And that was around the time I was really like robbing niggas for sport. Like, that was my shit because it was easy, and I always kind of scoped out situations where it'd be low to no consequences. Like, I already knew these niggas ain't gonna do shit. Or if they do shit, like, I'm with that shit. So it is what it is. Like, I was robbing niggas without a mask or nothing. Like, I ain't give a fuck. I was that hot. Like, no mask, no nothing. You know exactly who did this shit. Come get that shit in blood or just get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And I had went to this bookstore because even in the midst of that time, I was still like, reading and shit like that. Like, that was like, I was by myself a lot. So even when I was with the bros, I'd break away, go by myself. I also was like on and off homeless because mom dudes weren't going. So sometimes I'd be, homosexual. I'll fuck for, somewhere to stay and then trap out that bitch house, and then she'll put me out because she don't want me selling drugs out of the house, whatever. Using cars. I was a bum ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I was a bum ass nigga. For sure. But I think about, I met this girl in the fucking Barnes & Noble, and she just told me that I would be a pastor. I don't know. We had a long conversation before that, but she also was like very spiritual. Christian at the time, but not your average judgmental, by the book Christian. She was a seer. She told me I'd be a pastor, but not in a conventional way. And then I fast forward to this one night. It it was like 3 a.m, and I was high as fuck off cocaine, and I was just walking around my neighborhood, like pacing, talking to myself and shit like that. Cause that's how I kind of dealt with my problems. Like I didn't really feel like I had nobody to talk to. So I would talk to myself, and I had left this spot. We was all getting geeked up and shit. I was like, I'm finna pill out because I just had too much shit on my mind. And I was walking around. It was like a block, you know what I'm saying? Like apartment complex. So of course, sidewalk. It was just like one big ass block. So I was pacing the block, talking to myself, and one of my neighbors, like I only say hi and bye. For whatever reason, he was outside at 3 a.m, and he stopped me, and he was like, I seen you walking, and I seen you walk by like a few times, so I wanted to just stop you and let you know that I got a word about you from God. And he was like, I want you to know that you are going to bring forth the true word of Jesus Christ and the true gospel, and not the gospel that they preach in the Bible, but the true word. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, nigga, I'm like 2 grams into an 8-ball, nigga, and fucking selling this shit too, and hating my fucking job. And I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these different encounters. I remember, like, I was trying to get a job at Burger King when I had got out of jail, because I was like, I just need any job. And I had walked through this, like, Sonic parking lot after they had told me they wasn't going to hire me. And I was crying and shit because I was, like, really trying to change my life. And I felt like, damn, bro, like, I can't find a job for shit. I can't even get a job at Burger King, bro. Like, I just had to go back to the street. But I was crying because I didn't want to do that shit. Like, I really wanted to change myself. And this dude had stopped me and was like, God told me to tell you keep going. And I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, all these, I just reflect on these moments where I was like in spaces of like real hurt and pain, and, you know, whether that be addiction, whether that be like homelessness and just like being lost in the world, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the street, or, you know, trying to change my life but shit ain't clicking, or, you know, actively in my addiction and getting these messages, and it always was pointing me to my purpose, right? And I would say that it is affirmative that I'm living in my purpose now. The fruits of it are there, you know, for sure. And it got me thinking about how rebellion, like the true rebellious nature of me is just like growing regardless, like fighting for my humanity, because I had every excuse to be a bad person. And people would have understood like, oh, he was adopted, or, you know, he was on drugs, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I could have, you know, he was molested, like all these different things. I could have used all these things as an excuse to be a fucked up bad person. And I still choose, you know, in my mind, to be righteous in the truest sense. I still choose to pursue happiness and harmony and community, and not wanting to see, you know, young men go through the things that I went through, or young women for that matter, giving them, you know, options of how to start a career and start a life out on the right track, you know, with these trade programs and things like that, where they can put some money in their pocket and they can create, you know, their own income and stability. And the transformative part of it is not doing away with those bad elements, right? If I wasn't willing to go to jail for the bullshit, if I wasn't willing to like rob niggas without no mask because I ain't give a fuck about the consequences, that's why I don't give a fuck about telling the truth, because like, I'm gonna tell the truth. I done risked more for way less. So I feel like these things that people consider a risk now, when they make the comments like, protect this man and, you know, we got to protect him at all costs, but like to them, I'm taking a big risk. But to me, this is like natural to be bold, to be, you know, just very forthright with how I feel about things and how I see things without trying to butter it up or sugarcoat it for anybody. And that true transformation comes from embracing that quote unquote evil. I feel like we are supposed to treat the world accordingly and not ideally, because goodness is not a performance. It's like an act of integrity. Like the choice to be good is something that just has to be within you. And goodness in the sense of like, not the performance of goodness. Now I'm gonna give the homeless a jacket and a blanket and food because optically, you know, I can monetize off that, or optically people will say I'm a good person. But like choosing to do good and right by people when ain't nobody looking. Choosing to go out your way for others when ain't nobody looking and there is no benefit personally for you. And even your darkness or your shadow self is a tool. Because knowing how to engage in battles require ammo. If you're going to engage in battle, you need ammo. A lot of people throw down their ammo and then want the world to stop engaging in war. And that's just not how it goes. So all of these different parts of you that you consider your shadow self, you have to kind of remain a balance with your light self. Like if you throw it all away, you become harmless more than you do anything else. Like I think that there needs to be an element of danger in all of us. There needs to be an element of rebellion in all of us. I think progress in this world requires rebellion, requires somebody who's willing to bend the rules and break the laws, and engage in their darkness, because it could be a tool. If I'm fearless about running into this house, knowing like, all right, we finna run in this house and rob these niggas, or I'm finna jump in the car with this nigga and rob this nigga, and I ain't got no mask on them, that means I really don't give a fuck about the consequences, whether that be from them or from the police. Then like I can engage. I know I still know how to access that fearlessness. I still know how to access that because I knew what my bigger picture was. My bigger picture was my money. My bigger picture was the ability to feed myself without having to ask anybody for shit, and without having to get on somebody's clock where I wasn't gonna make a fraction of what I'm making like the next 30 seconds. But now I can use that as somebody who's willing to organize, somebody who's willing to be bold enough to go and talk to these babies in these schools and tell them to do the right thing, because that take courage too, because kids don't really be wanting to hear that shit. Somebody that is willing to take a gun now and go to the gun range and really learn how to utilize and use it. And between me and you, I really want to learn how to like be very proficient in using a sniper rifle, but that's another topic for another day. But I think a lot of us try to like be all good all the time, and that's just not a reality or a realistic way to view that. I think, you know, the world can be manipulative. So if you don't know how to manipulate, then you won't know when you're being manipulated. And for me, when I peep somebody trying to manipulate me, I manipulate them back. I fight that fire with fire. I don't even call it out. I just, all right, let's play ball. All right, nigga. You want to try me? Let's play ball. May the best liar win. May the best manipulator win. And I know it's going to be me. Because you know, you think you're getting over, and I think you're hilarious. People lie to your face. And, you know, if you've never engaged in lying, then you can't recognize lies. And for me, it's like, oh, you going to lie to me? Well, let's get this party started. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, people would try to play power moves. I think, you know, even with this shit that going online, like, people always like to police my reactions to things, right? You know, with the whole Benny situation. Benny made all these videos about me. And then when I showed the DM of him trying to be on the show and him being a fan, basically, then everybody like, oh, you should have never exposed the DMs, or, oh, like, I hate to see these two brothers, woo woo woo, but like, where was all that talk when this nigga kept making videos about me? Where was all that talk when that nigga was kept down talking me and disrespecting my name and shit like that? Same thing go for that other nigga, the nigga that be oiled up all the time. When I made the video about him, aren't you scared? Aren't you guys scared? No, we ain't no bitch like you. Get back to selling body butters, puss ass nigga. Everybody, these brothers, we hate to see these brothers, but it's like, I don't be saying nothing, bro. I be letting nigga get they shit off. And it's only after the 15th, 20th fucking video that I'll finally say something. And my response don't even be crazy. Just like these FBA niggas. I'm not talking about foundational Black Americans as definition. I'm talking about how they maneuver as a group online. And y'all know that, but y'all want to be dense so y'all can make y'all point against me. Then when I call you niggas out, now it's, you creating division in the community. But y'all not saying nothing about these niggas when they have made tens and tens, damn near 100 videos about me. These niggas be hosting panels about me. You dig what I'm saying? And even when I had made those videos, y'all know that video came from the Christmas episode. And I didn't even put that out. But it wasn't until niggas kept making videos. And it don't even be this thing. I could understand if you disagree with my stance. But these niggas be going big. These niggas be so disrespectful, bruh. Bitch ass nigga, stupid ass nigga, dumb ass nigga. This nigga agent, this nigga fraud. This nigga a clown. This nigga, this nigga bought and paid for it. This nigga a fraud. Tether, all these disrespect. Like, bro, who the fuck do you nigga think you talking to? But then when I engage with it, of course it's, you lack understanding. Don't nobody lack understanding, nigga. Y'all ain't saying nothing that's hard to understand. Foundational Black American, I get it. The people that are descendants of slaves in America, Black people descendants of slaves in America, ADOS, I get all that shit. I know exactly what you niggas are talking about. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how y'all maneuver as a group online. Black Lives Matter, as it stands, is just a thing. But the group maneuvers a certain way. And most people's criticism about them is about the group, not about the term. I don't have a problem with the term. Nigga, I fit into the term. I'm a foundational Black American. Why the fuck would I have a problem with that? I do have a problem with how niggas maneuver online and get damn near in alignment with white supremacists. I always want to check a nigga paperwork. I always want to down talk a nigga just because they weren't born in America when, like, bruh, blackness is global. And I don't even rock like that. Like, this ain't even like the diaspora podcast or the globalist podcast and that. My shit is for niggas in America. They understand me. And other people that can see the parallels in their culture as we talk about ours, yeah, you're welcome to come join into the conversation, but you can't speak down on niggas. Like, I don't go for no disrespect to no Black Americans, nigga. We talk about our culture and our contributions to this fucking country all the fucking time. Ain't no other podcast laid out all of our fucking inventions and the things that we improved on in America. Ain't nobody else said that. They don't do shit like that. Ain't nobody talking about niche cultural references the way me and Big Cat do. Nigga, this shit ain't got nothing to do with no Black American. It got something to do with how you niggas maneuver as a group. And y'all presence online being extremely divisive. And then the fact that y'all niggas be talking out the side of y'all motherfucking neck. And y'all think I ain't gonna say shit? Y'all got me fucked up. But I'll engage in the bullshit because I know how to. Nigga, I come from the bullshit. And niggas think when you positive, and niggas think when you are in pursuit of, more harmony and community, that they could come at you like that because they believe that a person that want good is soft. Nigga, I can get down with that evil shit too. You're not the only one. Trust me. And I'm not finna tongue wrestle with you online. And I'm not finna go back and forth with you. You're gonna get one video out of me because all you obviously want is some motherfucking attention. I know my name is a currency at this point for a lot of you bitch ass niggas. And I'm not opposed to that. It's a lot of people that make a lot of videos about me and I don't say nothing because it is what it is. I get it. It's a currency. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing it is for my name to hold that much motherfucking weight. But once you go to disrespecting me, now we talking about something different. Now we got a problem. And even though I've been hurt in the past, I don't lead with my hurt. Because I found purpose through my pain, I actively was trying to build on myself. I wanted to enhance parts of myself. I wanted to grow in certain areas where I felt stunted. Literature can do that for you. Just being able to recognize your own triggers and your own shortcomings can do that for you. But really being honest and accountable with yourself about the things that you do wrong, the ability to put yourself in other people's shoes and see how your actions may be able to affect them or are currently affecting them is how you grow. But you got to face those things. And a lot of people out here ain't facing shit. What they do is they go and they project they hurt online as expertise. A lot of hurt people project their experiences with pain, loss, and betrayal as expertise. And it's much easier to just admit to the hurt, but it's more appealing to act above heartbreak. If more people would be honest and vulnerable instead of acting impenetrable, we wouldn't fear connectivity. All of the toxic relationship podcasts, the Pop the Balloons, the love doctors and experts can gain fame and notoriety online because the cure that they sell is pessimism, paranoia, and oftentimes prostitution. This transactional idea of relationships. They reinforce and validate hurt and pain. And it's not only confirmation bias, but it's also predatory and parasitic. This is where we get a lot of these relationship, toxic gender wars, toxic love doctors, toxic love gurus, toxic experts. And for whatever reason, all of their content is surrounding our connectivity, our ability to embrace with each other, our ability to engage with one another in a healthy way. Our ability to admit to being hurt is not present online. A lot of niggas don't want to admit that they are hurt. Everybody want to act like they are above heartbreak. And it's sad because it's not human. It's bullshit for one, but it's also, extremely parasitic and predatory when you want to latch on to people's hurt while you project your pain and your loss and your betrayal as expertise instead of just your experience. These are your experiences. You can't paint the brush of black men or black women as a whole. You can't paint the whole as the truth or as irrefutable fact based on your experiences with a handful of people. What you must do is inquire within yourself about what's going on within you that attracts these type of people. Because honestly, we all carry an energy. Honestly, all of our energy is magnetic if we want to get on a metaphysical level. And you're attracting things to yourself that are like yourself. Everybody that listens to me is attracted to something that they see within themselves. So yeah, I may be the voice for this thing, but the reality is my ideals, my perspective also live within you. My experience with these things, my ability to point out the truth about things also lives within you. I may be the voice for it, but I attract you because we're attractive to each other. We're like-minded. We're that magnetism is just very present. I am you, you are me. And if you don't inquire about your ability, for one, to be honest about who and what you're attracting, and your ability to be honest about the things that you've overlooked and the things that you, the red flags that you ignored out of codependence, the things that you let go out of, idealizing potential, the things that you ignored out of hurt and pain and, being used to being hurt and being used to being in pain, and the comfort with abusive dynamics in relationships we all play a role, even in our own demise, and it's not about victim blaming or alleviating predatory behavior. It's about the fact that it takes two to tango, right? I'm never gonna make excuses for a man who's beating on a woman, because that's the ultimate part of the culmination of those feelings, the culmination of those experiences. Whether you was abused or not, whether you was abused emotionally, physically, or sexually or not, it still does not give you the right to go out and abuse others, even though that is a path that most people take. But now you are creating victims, and I can't view you as a victim anymore, because now you're perpetrating the behavior. So now we have to focus our attention on the victim of your behavior. And it most times is just trauma bonds. Most times is just two victims getting together, trying to alleviate that pain within one another. And oftentimes niggas can't dive to the emotional depth that's necessary to get over that hump, where they don't have to talk with their hands, but they can actually talk with their hearts. And, you know, we see these dynamics often in lesbian relationships too. I know this from having several homegirls who had studs beat on them and shit like that. And it'd be a little bit more permissible because it's two women, but it's also the same dynamic of two hurt people getting together, and that one person talks with their hands and not their heart, and the other person is on the receiving end because they seen the darkest parts of this person. So they have empathy for them. And those dynamics aren't right. They're just a reality. But when you deal with hurt and you deal with pain and you deal with loss and betrayal, and then you get online and somebody is projecting their experiences with those things as expertise, is just confirmation bias, and you'll take everything they say as law because that's what you're feeling. And not only that, but now you're playing with the algorithm. So now they're going to send you more videos along that that's in alignment with that thought process, and now you are caught up in the fucking rapture of love, nigga. The rapture of hate. Caught up in the rapture of love. I gotta do something real quick, so we're gonna listen to that. You get caught up in that rapture, bruh, and you take these feelings and you make them into facts because you are obviously speaking from a place of hurt. And we all can identify with being hurt, but what we can't do is take that feeling and make it a fact and project that feeling onto the world and all these different people that you have not had experiences with, and base your stance on them or predetermine their intentions based on your experience with just a handful of people. Because the reality is, hoe or not, our experience with love, truly engaging in something with depth emotionally, is only coming from a handful of people. Starting something new is scary. Whether it's a podcast, a business, a merch line, or just finally betting on yourself. Those what ifs start getting real loud. What if nobody listens? What if nobody buys? What if I don't know what I'm doing? But that's exactly why having the right tools matters. Shopify helps take some of that pressure off. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to brands just getting started. With Shopify, you can build an online store that actually matches your brand, using hundreds of ready-to-use templates. And when it's time to get your products up, Shopify has AI tools that help write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. Plus, everything is in one place: inventory, payments, analytics, returns, shipping, and more. So you're not just jumping between a million platforms trying to figure out how to run your business. And when you're ready to get the word out, Shopify makes it easy to create email and social media campaigns so you can find your customers wherever they are. It's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/grit. Go to shopify.com/grit. That's shopify.com/GRIT. Girl, Anita, boy. You done sang to a nigga, Winch. We cannot take. Here's the thing. It is extremely, extremely easy for us to get caught up in the rhetoric of our feelings, for us to be attracted to the rhetoric of the thing that we feel at this very moment. And the most important part about it is the reason why it's so attractive is because at the core of it, it's extremely human. It's the most human thing that we can do is to connect, to embrace, to love. It's the thing that we all desire. It's actually the reason that we're all here. It's the most valuable thing that we have is love for one another, finding someone to be in love with, finding someone we can express our love with, finding someone we could be naked with, literally and figuratively, you know, and it not be sexual, but it be like truly intimate. You know, those moments where you could just be bare and that person is a complete acceptance of you. This is the thing that we all desire. This is the reason, you know, for us being here on this earth, period, is to connect, to gather resources, and to reproduce. And they have commodified every aspect of our love, of our life. And they've commodified love with selling fear around love, selling pessimism, selling paranoia, selling prostitution. You know, this idea of relationships being extremely transactional, being a blessing for people is just not the way that we do these things. You know, this idea of generosity being lumped in with tricking. This idea of a transactional relationship being true love. And also, like, the promotion of a transactional relationship is also kind of indication that it's going to be temporary. So it's being sold to you with the idea of scarcity. You don't know how long this is going to be present, so you might as well get everything you can get out of it while it is. And so you engage with somebody from a stance and a posture of temporariness, or of it being temporary. What's the word? Temporariness. Nigga, that ain't no word. Temporariness. What's the fucking synonyms of that, nigga? Hold on. Temporary synonym. Short term, interim. Interim is a good word. So you engage with it from a stance of it being an interim love, temporary love. And then it's on to the next thing. And you know, and the prostitution is not only sold to the women, but it's sold to men too. You know, high value man, you the prize. What do you bring to the table? So now it's like all of these things that you've worked for now have to be doled out as, you know, gifts, or doled out as something to earn, prostituting yourself, prostituting bits of yourself, but not really fully being able to engage in a true generosity with people and sharing with people because you want to share things with people, but sharing things with women to hoard power over them, to give them experiences that they may not be able to give themselves or may not be able to find with the average guy. So now you get to hoard that power over them with your materials. The pessimism that's involved in it is a expectation to fail. So don't engage with it completely. Don't do girlfriend, don't do wife or husband things for your girlfriend or boyfriend. When the reality is like your performance as a partner becomes standard well before a marriage. How y'all engage with each other is how y'all were going to engage after your marriage. So What does this mean? Like so now you want people to unlock the premium package. Don't do nothing for this person if they ain't put a ring on it. Is this thing of, and I get it. I understand where it's from, but it's also very pessimistic thing. So it's like now your love is based on a subscription. Like, this is the girlfriend package, this is the wife package. And it's like, it's all temporary. And it's all very pessimistic. And then you sell the idea of paranoia. So men are paranoid and they push paranoia onto each other. Like, that whole meme with dude holding the shoulder. Y'all always have in the back of your mind and imagination, you're always thinking about your girl getting fucked by somebody else. So not only do we not like the autonomy of women having sex, not only do you like the idea that she has sex with people before you, but every time she's not in your presence, she's fucking somebody. That is just an extreme paranoia, and it come from watching too much porn, and it come from being a fucking cuck, and it also come from a deep insecurity of abandonment, a fear of abandonment, a fear of being humiliated, a fear of being clowned amongst your peers because you fell in love with a bot. But the thing is like none of that shit matters. You do fall in love with a bop. So what? Did you feel love? Did you have a good time? And once she is very outright with her bop behavior, are you willing to disengage? It's the thing, like, at the end of the day, you have to be able to walk away from things. But this this double dutching that you playing with your heart and this double dutching you playing with engaging and connecting with people as a human is oftentimes clouded by the idea that other people are going to have about it. Me personally, I ain't never gave a fuck. And still will continue not to give a fuck. You should not care about what other people think, because 9 times out of 10, they either desire to have the same connection with somebody. Because what's the point of humiliating somebody because they're experiencing connection? It's either because you have a lack of connection with other people, or you understand that connection is going to pull that person's attention in another place. So it could be jealousy, it could be envy, it might be something that makes you happy and they just don't want you to be happy. And we have to understand that sometimes like people can be miserable, and your experience with happiness will make them wish it would go away for you. And these are just things that happen as a byproduct of not only the society, but a byproduct of this condition that we live in underneath capitalism, where everything is transactional, and the most successful people put themselves first, and they use people and they value things. They value their position at work, they value their income, they value their car, they value the type of clothes that they can buy, but they use people for sex, they use people for temporary love. They use people to have a warm body in the bed with them, but ultimately they're pessimistic and paranoid and, can only view it as transactional. So they run away as soon as feelings get involved. And it's all because of their experience with pain, loss, and betrayal. And now they project that out into the world as expertise. And instead of it being a reflection of their vibration, they make it everybody else's problem. And none of us are going inward with how we play into these things. So, we have to break free of the cycle. Anytime somebody say, as a man, as a woman, anytime somebody mention relationships, anytime somebody call themselves a love coach or a love expert or self-help or any of this shit, and I'm not talking about Taylor Cummins, because her shit is she's actually has a PhD and doesn't talk about love and relationships. She talks about self-love. She's the self-love doctor. But when we talk about people as it pertains to your connection and love with others, it's a red flag, because nobody's doing it from an earnest place. Everybody's utilizing the internet for their own self-gain and self-validation, and oftentimes these people that portray themselves as experts are alone. Which I find odd. It's like a nigga telling you he's a pilot, but he never flew a plane. It's just like, what are you talking about, blood? What are we talking about? How the fuck are you a pilot and you never flew a plane? How are you a love coach and you're not currently in love? How are you a relationship expert and you're not in a relationship? These things don't make sense to me. Everybody on podcasts that talk about relationships are hurt people. And oftentimes, if you look at the dynamic of how people talk, they want their partner to be their parent that they can fuck. That just is what it is. A lot of people are looking for a parent that they can fuck. Because parenting is an extremely selfless thing. You do everything for your child, and you take all of their shit along with it. And a bad parent is going to hold everything over the child's head. Because at the end of the day, parenting is not only a role, but it's a responsibility. You take on responsibility for this child's life, to nurture them, to be, a full and prepared adult when they go out into the world. This is not an intimate, romantic relationship. This is a role and a responsibility. And a lot of people want somebody else to assume that role and responsibility for them, to take on all their shit, but also fuck them. It's odd. It's odd. It's weird. But, Who the fuck is this? Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When we announce things, y'all have to understand that it's not like I'm not trying to leave you out. It just is what it is. Like, these are, we're dealing with people who deal with analytics. We're dealing with people who want to see these things be successful. So, you could say like, oh, yeah, I wish I was coming to this city. It's like, yeah, well, I wish I was too, but it's just not how it works. Our show works here. This is what the data is telling us. So we have to go where we know it will be successful. So we can maybe book a show in this city and know that people are not only willing to travel, but people will show up. We posted Southeast Edition and everybody gonna be like, when y'all come to New York? It says Southeast Edition. So what does that indicate? These use our critical thinking skills here. What does that indicate? That indicates that there's gonna be a Northeast Edition, a Midwest Edition, a West Coast Edition. I even said this the other day, and as soon as I posted it for the pre-sale, I was like, y'all, you come to the West, like, bruh, be cool. We doing the best we can. Hey, man, this is an independent operation, brother. We working with what we got. Trust me, we're going to come to your city. Trust me, I already told y'all 2026 we come to your city. But, yeah, man, I want to really, I really want to challenge y'all and to impress on y'all that the transformation isn't a dropping off of your bad parts. It's learning how to utilize the characteristics that come with bad for good, or to engage with the world accordingly and not ideally. If somebody's trying to manipulate you, you don't have to take the high road. You just get in your manipulation bag. This could be fun. If somebody wants to lie to your face and you know they lying, this could be fun. May the best liar win. May the best manipulator win. But you also know what parts of you to cut off from it. That's just me. So we throw down all our ammo, and then we tell the world, please stop engaging in war. That's not the world, bro. The world engages in war, and you need to be war ready in all aspects. But you also need to be open, and you need to be willing to engage with the world from a place of love when the world is showing you love. Black people specifically, black people especially, we need to be a little bit more warm and welcoming to one another. Regardless of our experience with one another, we also know what our experiences are. The world is trying its damnedest to turn us cold and turn us into what they want us to be. They only want us for our labor. They only want us for our skills. They only want us for our minds, but they don't appreciate our hearts. They don't like our rhythm. They don't like our creativity. They don't like our ability to turn nothing into something. And, you know, we would be seen as a great commodity if we just wouldn't feel, if we just wouldn't smile, and we would only work and improve upon things. But it's completely severed our relationship with one another in a lot of spaces, and we need to reclaim that. We need to reclaim our love for one another. We need to reclaim the community with one another. We need to, you know, be willing to be the first to engage. And I know that we all fear rejection, but it's okay to say hey to your neighbor. It's just because they don't speak to you. And you like, well, they ain't saying shit to me. So, nah, it's okay to engage. And it's okay if they reject. It's not personal. They don't fucking know you. If they don't want to engage back, that's an issue that they're having. It's not an issue within you. But you don't need to lose that enthusiasm towards loving people and embracing people and engaging with people. All of this stuff is meant to break down our connectivity. We fear connectivity because of the pain, because of the betrayal, and because of proximity. We've been hurt by one another. So, of course, we expect one another to hurt, but we also have to leave a lot of our childhood experiences in childhood. Outside of, you know, sexual trauma, these are things that are going to be carried over into adulthood, especially like physical trauma. I think I'm coming down with a little cold, but I hope I'm not. You know, it's time for us to grow up and actually be the adults. We you know, we are millennials, bro. We are Gen Z and Gen X people. You know, the boomer world is over. The boomer blueprint doesn't exist for us. And that's why we're all so burnt out. But what we need to do is reclaim and create our own blueprint. We don't need anybody that's old and fucking out of touch telling us like what we should do. Like, that's not the purpose. That's not the person I want to take advice from. I want to take advice from the person that's happy and they're my age. I want to take the advice from the person that has a successful business and they're 5 years older than me or 5 years younger than me, because they're experiencing the same world that I am. And I won't discredit somebody because they come from money, but I also can be vocal about the fact that, hey, if you come from money and I don't, okay, this ain't the person that can speak to what I'm experiencing. And you know, no more power to you. But you can tell me about the ins and outs of business, but I can't learn how to get it started because you started out with something. So let me go find the person that started out with nothing and talk to them. And I want to talk to the person that's 5 to 10 years in either direction. I'm not talking to a person 30 years older than me, expecting them to understand the world that I'm growing up in. Niggas bought a house when houses was $15,000. Like, I'm cool, bro. A house is $250,000 and between $250,000 and $500,000 now. You're not gonna understand. You selling your houses for 10 times what you bought it for. I'm cool. You don't understand. So, the blueprint is something that we need to recreate. Like, we are kind of living off of an archaic and ancient blueprint at times, because we want that to be true, but it's just not true. And we need to be okay and confident enough to charge for it with our own blueprint and our own ideas, and ignore anybody who doesn't understand our lived experience and is still talking about what it was. I want to only talk to people that understand what it is. That somebody that lives in the present. Somebody that understands and can identify with my struggles as a 35-year-old, as a 30-year-old, as a 40-year-old, as a 25-year-old, as a 45-year-old. And not somebody that's 60, 65, 70 trying to tell me what, well, back in my day, auntie, uncle, granddad, grandma, you might as well shut that shit up. Shut it up. Pack that up. I don't want to hear that shit. It's not for me. That's not my experience. And we got to be okay with this, you know, we don't need to do away with traditions. We just need to understand that that's not the time we living in. It's okay to create our own traditions. Game night should be a thing. You know, you should be getting together with your cousins and your friends and doing that. But we also have to stop engaging with everybody for one, like, be able to engage with people platonically. Be able to engage with people without giving them everything as soon as you meet them. Keep things surface. Keep things, you know, cool. Work your way up to shit. Work your way up to a depth of connectivity. Because a lot of people meet people and they want to know everything about them. Like, don't do that, bro. I ain't this type of party. As soon as I meet somebody and they want to tell me everything they got going on in their life, you want to give me your whole life story, and not just because I'm Deontay Kyle, but that's just kind of the person you are. I don't want to deal with that no more because, like, damn, there ain't nothing else to work with. Also, like, a biography is not an introduction. It's not an icebreaker. Learn how to be reserved. Learn how to be close to yourself. Learn how to embrace an unfolding of things. And let things happen over time. This is a part of the pessimism part. This is the part where we engage with things as if they're going away. We're engaging with things as if they're just temporary, and you coming from a lack mentality, even in your relationships, even in platonic relationships, even in friendships. It's all lack. You don't have to tell somebody everything about you. You don't have to dump on people like that. You can reserve parts of yourself and allow things to be cool and copacetic. Ease your way into things. Everybody wants everything to happen right now. And we got instant gratification issues in every aspect of our life. It's not necessary. It's okay. If I'm in class with, you know, like this is my thing in high school. If I'm in class with this girl and I find her attractive on day 1, I'm going to still find her attractive on day 30, day 60, day 90. I'm not going to be in a rush to try to holler at this girl. I'm going to build some type of familiarity. We in the same room. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to express personality. She's going to get to know me from afar. I'm going to get to know her from afar. And through those things, you notice things. You notice a little eye contact. You notice a little flirtation. No. You trying to do everything on day 1. Now you cook the rest of the goddamn year because you done shot, you know what I'm saying? It's 24 seconds on the shot clock. You get to half court, it's 22 seconds on the shot clock. You done threw that thing up. Be cool, bro. Work the ball. Set up the play. Pass the motherfucking rock. Let things unfold. You ain't even read the defense yet, nigga. Just throwing up a shot. But been interacting with people as if they're going away. Interacting with groups as if it's temporary. Interacting with love as if it's fleeting. You're going to get the same results you always get because it is fleeting. Because that's how you treat it. Just as much as you think it's going to go away, it's in a hurry to get away from you. Stop seeking instant gratification in every aspect of your life. Learn how to weaponize the aspects of your life that can be used as tools and engagement. Learn how to embrace the evil. Learn how to embrace the darkness of yourself. Because it's there for a reason. And whatever the opposite of that is, you need to be strong at as well. So if you know how to manipulate people, then you need to also know how to be extremely honest and transparent. It's just equally as important. If you know that, whatever, I don't want to say that. So I think that's a great enough example. If you know in your past you've been very manipulative, then in your present you need to be very honest and transparent with people. You don't need to be engaged in manipulation. You need to engage in honesty and transparency and raw communication without the fear of vulnerability. It's necessary. It yields great results. Trust me, I'm an expert. Yeah, man, that's all I got, bro. We need to build our own blueprint. Free Don Lemon. even though he already free. And everything else I said, this has been Patreon episode 20. I can't believe I did this. It feels so weird not to have somebody to bounce off of, but it actually feels kind of cool too. I might be able to just do a little bit of this more often too. All right, well, this has been episode 20, Patreon. I am your host, Deontay Kyle. But who's behind the camera?
Big Ice Cup.
I'll see y'all next time.
My people stuck in ghetto genocide. It's dark in these streets, please keep your kids inside. These niggas slide, not looking at shit, they shoot and close their eyes. How is this fine? How is that gangster? Everything is fun and games until somebody get killed by a prankster. But you was thugging with them wanksters a couple weeks ago. Everybody was gang until little buddy sneaked your coat. That's your plug money, you need the scope. Your big brother stay looking at, and now he need a O. Now you in the trap all embarrassed cause you can't feed your folk. Tamika broke. I don't know why the hell you thought you need a foe. All them Galleria Chanels and she can't even Chanel you a piece of rope. You falling, nigga. That EDD check had you ballin', nigga. But Donald Trump ain't in office no more and them collectors calling, nigga. It's tax season. Young niggas robbing in all black season. It's cold outside, they wearing hoodies, tucking they max freezing. It's even gangsters working for snitches. They got these rash cheesing. You still trying to find buddy with your coke so you could get back even. These streets sleazy. Whoever said thuggin' would be easy. I know niggas with 45 years for trying to be Jeezy. Some niggas ain't even make it to pounds. They die for QPZ. Some niggas ain't even make it to books. They die for magazines. And seen some niggas walk to the devil trying to search for Jesus. The nigga died blessing the hood. Nobody heard his sneezes. See, I'm from the neck of the woods where choppers keep squeezing. His mama looking up to the sky. 3 years, she still grieving. These real demons. Little dumbass niggas on these pills leaning. Ain't never learned no trades, but they specialize in red beaming. We killing off our own race, nigga. These queens need semen. Somebody take my hand out the ghetto, or we can keep dreaming.